take us through the play, what you saw, and did you anticipate that's where the ball was going?
Yeah, so we were playing quarters that play, and, running back flared, so I'm responsible for the flat. And, I was just trying to work through the slant window, look back at the quarterback, and the ball just came right to me. So, I just trusted just trying to do my job best I could, and trusting that coaches, we put me in the right position.
Front right there, John.
Zach, did you have any kind of idea this day was about to arrive?
You prepare every game like you're going to be the starter. So one goes down, two goes down, you just prepare. That's what you do.
How did it feel getting that opportunity and coming through like you did?
Felt great. I mean, it's my third year here. I've been waiting, and God says that, or the Bible says that God favors those who wait, and that's how I'm going to treat it.
All right, we'll go to the left side in the front here. Tony?
Yeah, felt like things were stagnant a little early, 7-7 late in the game, and then your pick, Cole, really sparked things, and defense sort of sparking the offense. Felt like how things have happened around here for a long time. Could you guys both speak to just that complimentary football that you're trying to play?
Yeah, I think something that's so great about this team and Coach Moore, he says all the time we try to be the most connected team as possible, and that's something I don't feel like too many places do as well as us, and so the offense gets hyped for the defense, and so after my interception, I think the offense just rallied around that, and then Jimmy's interception rallied again, so it's just amazing to have those kind of teammates that just rally around each other, and we're just all happy for each other's success.
Yeah, most connected team in college football. That's what we want to be. Rare for a place to have the offense and defense love each other so much. I'd say it's true brotherly love. That's what we're going to do every day.
We'll go staying on the front left here. Steve.
I'll talk about Wink challenged you guys this week and got a lot of publicity. Talk about what you heard in that challenge and how you felt the team responded today.
Yeah, it was pretty much just a gut check. We know, now we have 2 losses after USC, and it was time. We were coming to a split in the road. Which way are we going to go? And we needed to bounce back big this week, and I thought we responded well. We knew the screens were going to be a challenge, and tackling in space were going to be a challenge, and those were things we struggled against USC, and we saw that a lot today. And I thought we prepared for it well and executed a lot better this week.
Okay, second row on the right there, Austin.
Zach, what was the mood around the facility after the USC game, and how much did you guys need this win?
Just focused, right? It's not, can't be too up, can't be too down. You have to prepare every week the exact same, because you never know. Anyone in college football is really, really good. I mean, so that was kind of the mood, just focused, lock it back in, fix the little things, be better at the fundamentals, and, yeah, play good.
All right, we'll go back to the left in the front, all the way in the corner here. Tom?
Yeah, for Zach, the tight end with Colson last year was the primary target. Now it's kind of been this so far this year down the progression route. Do you foresee that the tight end will be maybe a first option for Bryce moving forward?
I mean, you want to, right? I mean, everyone wants the ball, so I'm going to hope that that's the case, but we trust the game plan every week. We trust the game plan, trust Chip Lindsey with my life. Like, that guy loves us, and we love him, so every week we're going to do exactly what he says, and that's how it's going to be.
On the left side in the back, in the middle there, Sam.
Zach, you were pretty wide open on that touchdown. What did you see on that play?
A lot of grass. It was pretty fun. No, it's you make it look like a crack, and then you go take a corner out of it. So, they attached the back. I got open. I mean, it's how you draw it up.
Got time for a few more for these guys. We'll get a microphone to Brandon there in the middle. Just give us one moment, and then Angelique.
Sitting behind tight ends like Coastal Love and Marvin Klein over your 3-year span here, what are some of the things that they taught you to help you with your performance today?
I would say Max Bredeson's the one that's like really, really been in my ear about like changing who I was, or like who I am now, about just really attacking the process, like come to work with, like, as Coach Moore said earlier this week, with the blue collar mentality, right? And just attack the work, love the work, and loving the work, the success will come.
And what do you plan on doing with the game ball?
I'm going to put it straight into my backpack, put it right on the wall, I'm never touching those gloves again. I mean, I'm excited.
All right, give us just a moment to move the microphone around. We'll stay on the left all the way to the edge here. Angelique?
Cole, you mentioned that Wink said you basically it was a gut check time. What did he say to this team, and when did you know that you all were going to be able to flip that switch?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get into the specifics of exactly what he said, but it was pretty much just we got to man up, and it's time to, come together as a defense. We haven't been playing the way that we've wanted to the past couple of games, and it was time to, stop the bleeding and just come together and trust each other. I think we took a step forward today, and we have a lot to improve on, but I think this was a step in the right direction.
Anything more for these guys before we get Coach Moore in here? Time for another question or two. All right, we'll go to the middle there on the left. Zach Shaw.
Yeah, when do you guys flip the switch and start thinking about next week's trip to Michigan State?
You said when do we do
When
it?
do you guys flip the mental switch and start getting excited for that?
Tomorrow morning after church. I'm gonna go to church tomorrow with my dad and my grandfather. But tonight we'll enjoy this one. Go to church tomorrow, go get treatment, and then start thinking about it. I know they'll have the Michigan State highlights up on the screen in the weight room, so that'll be about when I start thinking about them.
Exactly. I mean, go to church and then, yep, it's on to Michigan State. That's what it is.
Jimmy, walk us through your interception, how that developed and how it kept the tide going in the right way, the right direction for your team.
They always talk about turnovers come in bunches, and honestly, that's what happened there. Playing some split safety coverage, read the route, got there a little late, not gonna lie, but you got to catch the ones that they throw to you. So.
And then the tide that you could,
Oh.
what was it like to feel that turning like that?
Just huge momentum shift. You just felt the energy on the sideline and just propelled the offense out there. They went out there, driving the ball down. It's just huge momentum shift.
All right, front right, Clayton.
I was going to ask about similar, but Bryce, do you feel like the defense gave you guys some juice with some of those turnovers and big plays?
Of course, this entire week we talked about sideline motivation. Whenever we make a big play on defense, you want to feel the sideline, hear the sideline. So that's what we did, and we transferred it onto offense. So.
More questions? All right, we'll get to the back there. Back middle there, Jonathan.
Yeah, Bryce, when you have Justice practicing all week and then game time decision, I guess, what does it say about Jordan to be able to take on that workload and put in a performance like today?
I feel like every running back that we have gets reps like they're the one running back. So it was just a step-up factor, and that's what Jordan did.
All right, front row on the left here, Alejandro.
Jimmy, when you're facing an offense that has dynamic athletes and runs screens as much, similar to what USC did last week, in what ways do you feel like you approach them differently this week to shut them down?
I think it all comes during practice, getting to the ball, playing hard, hustling, and just taking the best angles possible. And, when you practice all week, it's easy on game day.
All right, staying on the left, second row, John.
Jimmy, there's been a lot of talk about tough conversations Sunday, Monday, early in the week. How tough were those tough conversations, and I guess what was the gist of it in your mind?
Honestly, just a reality check and just getting the defense aligned is what it was. And, everyone just wanted to go out there, play hard, and have a great bounce-back week, and that's what we did out there. Everyone just wanted to play for each other, the guy next to him, and the result showed it.
Front right, Clayton.
Jordan, I know you do it every week, but can you just talk about how hard you ran out there through contact? And then, Bryce, when you're watching that behind the play, what is it like when it seems like a bunch of guys around it, but then the pile just keeps moving?
I just pride myself in running hard. That's how I practice. That's how I'm going to play. I'm going to push piles. I'm going to hit people. I'm just going to play hard. That's what my team asks for me every single play, and I'm going to give my best. And I think I did that for not only Justice, who's on the sideline today, but for Coach Alford, for our whole room, is just to run hard.
And for me, I feel like it's getting to the point where it's expected. Like you hand off the ball, see him get wrapped up a little bit. Like, yeah, a couple more yards coming after that. So just an expectation now for him.
We've got time for a few more in the back left there, Sam.
Bryce, what does Zach Marshall do that makes him an effective target?
I say for Zach Marshall, he gives 100% every single play in practice. No matter if it's a run or a pass, he's going to give 100%. So I feel like that's the difference between him and other tight ends around the country. So.
Same area there, Zach?
Bryce, you were a little bit more consistent today, going 21 for 27. What does that kind of just say about your performance, but also how would you assess your performance today?
Honestly, we had a couple missed throws, which are going to be perfected going into practice this entire week, but just be better every single week. So.
Midway back, all the way to the left, Angelique.
Oh, sorry. For all three of you, Michigan State on Saturday. Bryce, you grew up here. I mean, all three of you, what are your impressions of that rivalry, and what do you expect next week?
For me, of course, we're going to come back Monday, Sunday, self-reflect, and just be the best us of the entire week so we can be 1-0 every single day. So,
just another game, going to go out there, play hard, and prepare just like it's any other game.
For me, it's always been about us. I don't care who we're playing. It's a faceless opponent every single week, and we're going to go out and do what Michigan does every single week.
All right, in the back on the right, Ryan.
Bryce, what were your thoughts on Andrew Marsh's one-handed catch and on that tunnel screen touchdown to him? I guess how similar do you think that play was to maybe what USC was able to do to you guys last week?
So for the last few weeks, we've been working on that the bubble play, the screen play. And when I turned my back, I kind of just smiled because I knew it was a touchdown because we worked that play to perfection, and it came out and worked out. But the one-hand catch, I didn't know he caught it with one hand until after the game. It's amazing he can make a play for me. So.
And we'll go with a couple more in the middle on the left, Zach.
Yeah, Jimmy, you guys gave up only 40 rushing yards today, and you had a mobile quarterback that you guys were able to contain. What did you like the most, especially compared to maybe last week's struggles stopping the run?
What did I like the most?
About what you guys did to stop the run.
Just, playing hard. That's really what it came down to, playing selfless and just playing together. You could tell watching the film last week versus this week, there's just everyone was just playing together, and that's exactly what it came down to.
Okay, in the middle there, halfway back, Brandon.
Right, so speaking of your connection with Andrew Marsh, you guys connected back-to-back weeks on big plays. Been building throughout the season. What's your connection like with him?
For sure. Of course, we both got here at the same time, which was late December, early January. We just worked every single day to have a connection since then, so it's just all coming out now.
Anything final for these guys? All right, we'll go with two more questions on the left, and then we'll wrap up. Just let us get the microphones up front. Michael there in the hat, and then Steve.
Jimmy, with the significant swing in the defense from last week, not playing the way you guys want, to today playing excellent, what are the biggest challenges in making sure you replicate performances like today moving forward and don't allow your guys the opportunity to regress or step back?
Just don't get too high, don't get too low, steady Eddie, throughout the week. And then just, watch the film, learn from it, and just move on. And that's exactly what we did last week, and that's what we're going to do this week and continue on for the rest of the season.
Front left, Steve.
Gordon, you talked about how you just run hard. That's what you really do. I just wondered how much you could hear the crowd on that 10 or 11 yard run that you had on the last touchdown drive. The roar grew as you went every other, 2 more yards. Can you hear that? How much can you hear that?
Usually I can't hear, I just hear Bryce usually. But I definitely, when I got up, heard everybody just erupt. And again, like Bryce said, that's the expectation for me every single time I touch the ball. I'm a downhill, hit you in the mouth type of runner, and I pride myself on that and carrying piles. And I've been doing this since high school, carrying piles, and I don't plan on stopping.
All right, final question for these guys. Front right, Clayton.
Jordan, you and Justice have a really good connection in friendship. And what did he tell you going into this game, and how was he encouraging you on the sideline throughout the game, too?
He really is. He didn't tell me much. He knows what I can do. I know what he can do. He just gave me that look, and he doesn't need to say anything for me to know what I'm going to go out there and do. And I told the guys before the game, the running back room we talk about being the most connected team and most connected program. When one of your brothers are down or not playing, you got to play for them. Justice was doing everything he could this week to get out there and play with his team, and couldn't go before the game. And I knew I was going to have to carry the load today and help this team win. And again, just to put us in the position to win is all I ever asked for. And again, playing relentless and with 100% effort every single play is what I'm going to give every single time I step out there.